Objective 8.3, to be able to write and evaluate exponential equations. If I have $5,000 in a savings account that earns interest at a rate of 4.5%, how much money will I have after 3 years compounded at the following frequency? Weekly. So the important things that we have to pick out from our problem is, what do we know? We have $5,000 to invest at an interest rate of 4.5%. Well, if it's interest, that means my balance should be growing. We're adding to it. It's being left in the account for 3 years, and it's being compounded weekly. So we have to know how many weeks there are in a year. There are 52 weeks in the year. We've learned a pattern to help us with our investments to figure out how much we'd have after a certain amount of time. So remember, A is our account balance. This value here, our principal, our starting amount in the account. 1 represents 100% of the amount that we're starting with. If it's interest, we're adding to it. If we were losing it, depreciating, we'd be subtracting. The interest rate divided by the number of times it's being compounded to the power of the number of compoundings times the time that it's being left in the account. Well, we know the principal is $5,000. The interest rate is 4.5%. Well, 4.5% as a decimal is 0.045. The number of times it's being compounded is weekly, 52, and it's being left in the account for 3 years. So by substituting in what we know, we're now here. So to figure out our account balance, we might want to do a little simplifying before you try entering it into your calculator at once. We can simplify the exponent here, so 52 times 3, that's 156. And now we can enter this into our calculator, being very careful with the groupings for our parentheses. So 5,000, left parenthesis, 1 plus, left parenthesis again, our interest rate divided by the number of compoundings, right parenthesis, to the 156th power. If we've entered everything into our calculator correctly, and we're rounding to the nearest cent, we should have $5,722.35. Again, remember, whenever you're talking about an investment situation, or if you have an item that you're starting with, you always have your starting amount times 1 plus or minus, depending if it's interest, addition, if it's depreciating or losing value, subtracting, the rate over the number of times it's happening, times the number of times with the time per year it's being left in there. So the n is a number of compoundings, whether it's annually once, semi-annually twice, quarterly 4 times, monthly 12 times, daily 365 times, and we know weekly is 52 times.